today I bring you a UU battle against CortexNebula200. A quick look at the teams, and we both have some walls, so this might be a bit of a stallish match. But the main thing I want to get rid of is this Blastoise, so he can't spin away all of my hazards. So, I lead things off with my lemon, so I can go right for setting things up, as he leads with his torrent. Pretty sure he's not going to stay in though, so I just set up my first layer of toxic spikes as he switches to Regiron. Now here, I don't want him setting up his rocks if he has them, so I go for the sleep powder, and thankfully I get it. Hooray for no hazards! Alright, so I am going to go up for my second layer of spikes, so that I have a full toxic running. And he shows me he's got the sleep talk. Ouch. And he pulls off a powerful Iron Head. That almost does half. Alright, well, there's really nothing that I can do to him, so I switch to Crocodile as he sleep talks again. But I get lucky and he gets rest with it. He's going to switch out now and into Bossfly, as I went for the safe EQ. I went for it because after looking at his sit, that thing could really be a problem. Anyway, I'm choice scarfed, so I need to switch out, and I bring in a fourth to take what I was hoping was a close combat, but it turns out to be a brave bird, and that does quite a bit. He switches back to Reggie as I stayed in, and went for the Will-O-Wisp, so I could cripple his boss, but it didn't work out so well. Here he's going to show me he outspeeds and gets off a Sleep Talk Iron Head, and just for kicks he gets a flinch on it too. Ouch. But that's fine. He Sleep Talks again and gets another Iron Head, and wouldn't you know it, another flinch. Now that's pretty lucky. But now he forgot that he didn't use rest and went for an attack, but it was a sleep powder that put him under, so I'm able to get off a pain split to help bring me back up. Now here he wakes up and goes for the Iron Head again, and really my fourth can take them all day, plus I got pressure on my side. Anyway, I go for the taunt, so he can't rest up. Iron Head and flinch, and my fourth is a wuss. He's not that scary. Why do you keep flinching? Seriously. He Iron Heads yet again, and wouldn't you know it, I miss my Will-O-Wisp. That really would have helped. Yet another Iron Head from this big steel mass, and fourth flinches. I was like, wow, do you have, leftovers and a King's Rocks? The taunt wears off as he, again, Iron Heads, but I don't actually flinch this time, and yet, again, I get off a plane split to keep me in the game. Now he shows me that he's got the curse as I finally get off a Will-O-Wisp. While talking to him, I was saying how boring this match would be if everyone watching, so now I'm going to switch to offense so that we can make things a bit more interesting. I switch to the best offense I know, my puppy, as he gets up a rest. Even with the curse, that's not something he wants to stay in on, so he switches to Torrent as I went for the close combat, expecting his Hundoom to come in and absorb my Flare Blitz. But with Torrent in, I don't want him spinning away my hazards, so I switch to fourth, who gets hit with the Surf, and I end up taking it like a pro. Here he shows me that he's got Toxic and gets my fourth all gooey as I went for the Seismic Toss, because, again, offensive here. That brings him down to a range that my puppy can take him out with a Wild Charge, so I am happy with that. He switches out to Helgar, I guess wanting to save his Torrent for later. Again, I just Seismic Toss to get whatever damage I possibly could. Here he predicts me to switch, but I Poison Force is useless to me, so I stayed in as he Pursuit, and thanks to that, I live and get off a second Seismic Toss before dying. Well, my puppy is feeling pretty confident, so that's who I'm gonna go in with, and just one E-Speed will finish him off. Yay! Bossfly soars into the field, and he's not low enough yet that my E-Speed can take him out, so I gotta switch. My P-Wing has a lot of health, and I think he will be of the least use, so let's go and see what he can do. He takes the Brave Bird and gets some good recoil on the boss. With a second Brave Bird, I lose my P-Wing, and he gets a Moxie boost. But now he's low enough for a Mega to take him out with an E-Speed. So that's who I go in with, but he predicts that and switches to Grimgod to negate it. But he's poisoned, so after a few turns he will be threatened by my Flare Blitz. Anyway, I'm gonna switch to Lemon to see what he wants to do, and it's a Seismic Toss! Brings me low enough that a second one might be able to finish me off too. Anyway, I just want him some damage on him, so I go for the Venoshock, and that does absolutely nothing. Yay! As I go down to a second Seismic Toss. No worries, I got a plan. I switch to Crocodile, then double switch to my puppy as he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. So that's more damage on him and a Flash Fire boost for me. And I'm just gonna Flare Blitz to clean this up since nothing is gonna want to take a Flash Fire boost when Torn comes back in, but that doesn't matter as I got the Wild Charge to finish that off as well. Go puppy! Here I'm thinking, I got this, and he brings in Rai. And I'm like, damn, forgot he had that. So I gotta switch and bring in Blueberry, who barely takes that EQ with half health. Anyways, he's gonna Scald, and that will end up one-shotting him, which is good for me because Rai could really have been a big threat. Anyways, Bossfly is back in and gets off one last Brave Bird. And then it goes down to its own recoil. Thankfully, I'm defensive, so I end up living the hit too. Woo! Go me! So he's down to his last poke now, Reggie. And I'm just gonna straight switch to Omega so I can call the match, as he sleep talks and gets an Iron Head. But my puppy is glaring at him with full force and unleashes the Mega Blitz to win the match. Oh yeah. So, great game, CortexNebula200. Thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!